Okay, so I've had a few people ask me about the holster that it comes with. I recently just got my TP9SFX, and I'm about to go shoot it today. Just got 300 rounds from Walmart. I'm gonna go give it a shot today, see how accurate it is. So, the holster, as you can see here, here's the screw there. That's for it to be right-handed, right? So what I did was, you could see this right here. This is where that little piece snaps on. It's snap safety piece. I don't know what it's called, but so what I did was I took it off on this side. So on this side, so I took that off on this side. So I used a pair of vice grips and crimped it down on this side and ran a 1/4-inch self-tapping screw to make it break loose from the back side, and I just cut the screw and I took this whole piece out. So then this was just a hole. So then I took a black, this is a 5/16 head. I think it's just a regular 5/16 self-tapping screw. And then I ran it through here to make the hole the right size, cut off the self-tapper on the end, and then used a nut that I just found this nut. So I guess as long as you just have a bolt that'll screw in here, preferably like a 5/6, a head that you could put on a drill, use like a 5/16, and then just find a little nut. But it needs to be, you can see how skinny that nut is. Like, it needs to be narrow because it can't exceed past this lip right here. This lip, it's got to be below this lip. So anyways, so I took this cap off, I put a screw through here, well, I guess technically it's a bolt, and then put a nut on there. So then I held the nut down with vice grips, took my drill and screwed it in so it was really, really tight, but it would still move around a little bit. So then I took a Dremel tool, cut the screw short enough so that way it wouldn't touch the gun at all. And then after I cut it, I used a Dremel tool, a sander, and sanded the nut all the way down so it was flat. And that way, now I know the nut will definitely never come loose or break loose. And then last night, I tested it, and it was still kind of moving back and forth because it was just screwed in there with a nut and bolt. So I put JB Weld, the plastic JB Weld, all the way around, just right here, like all the way around the nut, as you can see, all the way through all that and through that whole side there. Now, it doesn't move at all. Let me see if I can set this up so I can try and show you here. I'm trying to use my cell phone. I'm not very, very tech savvy, that's for sure. So, here's your TP9SFX. Left-handed. Okay. So now this. Oh. Just like that. And now I've got my paddle. Does not spin or shake or anything. See if I can try and get it inside. Let me try to put it in my pints real quick. I'm trying to do this now since the wife is sleeping. I'll get in trouble. If I can get it, there we go. So because it's not going on the actual spot where it's supposed to, and I have it, it actually sits lower, the holster does, than it would have if it was on the right side. So I don't know if you can see it now, but now it's actually left-handed, and it works for competitions, and it works great. Does not spin, does not move. It is, it's there. And it's lower, and it's perfect, and it's very difficult when you're left-handed to find a holster, especially for this. But it's awesome. I make my own holsters out of Canik, which I'm working on doing this one. I teach concealed carry classes, but this is awesome the way I was able to do this. So hopefully it helps you guys. For you guys who are trying to get those left-handed holsters, definitely, hopefully, should make it a little bit easier. The only problem is you're not going to be able to use this anymore since mine's basically glued. I'm not going to be able to put it back in there, but that's okay. It fits right in my gun bag. But yeah, drops right in there. And like I said, since it's not here anymore, it's not on this screw anymore, and it's actually up here on the other side, it actually the whole holster now sits farther down, just like a competition one would. It just doesn't have a cant, you know, the angle.